Coming up on Mountain News at 6, Kentucky State Police want to give people the chance to be paid for reporting crimes. We'll explain. And one of the most popular festivals here in the mountains begins tomorrow. We'll have a preview of Hillbilly Days.
Plus, we could see some patchy frost by Sunday night. Your forecast coming up as Mountain News at 6 starts now.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 6.
Kentucky State Police Post 13 in Hazard is looking to revamp its informant program. WYMT's Chandler Wilcox tells us how you can get involved.
The continued fight against drug abuse may involve looking beyond the help of troopers.
We're doing the best that we can to combat that issue, but unfortunately we've run into some situations where we may need confidential informants to be able to do our job a little better.
Kentucky State Police is offering potential informants to be paid for their help.
They're paid for each buy that they conduct.
It is a program they have used before, but it is being revamped.
It's always been utilized as a resource, but as of right now we're trying to revamp it and up it a little bit.
They hope to not only curb drug abuse, but also thefts that come along with it. Gayhart says troopers will provide guidance for potential informants.
We're there for them the whole step of the way. We'll be there as a resource for them.
Gayhart says the program is statewide at each post.
Each post may look a little bit different. They may just run it just a little differently.
You can contact Kentucky State Police Post 13 to learn how to become involved. And Hazard, Chandler Wilcox, WYMT Mountain News.
After contacting Kentucky State Police, Gayhart says you can be connected to a narcotics detective or the investigative supervisor. In Laurel County, a Jackson County man is facing charges after police say he tried to get away from them. The incident happened Monday night when a London police officer pulled up on Braden Carey after he had stopped. Carey turned off his lights before accelerating away from the officer. Police were later able to track him down. He was taken to the Laurel County Correctional Center. A Somerset man is facing multiple charges after deputies found him hiding in a crawl space. Police say on April 7th, 32-year-old Cody Markham forced his way into a home with a gun, threatening to shoot two people if they did not comply with his demands. The victims say Markham stole from them and assaulted them. The next day, police got a warrant, searched a home, found Markham, and arrested him. Markham was taken to the Pulaski County Detention Center. Kentucky Auditor Allison Ball conducted a special examination of Elkhorn City's government, and some financial issues were found. Here are a couple of things mentioned. More than $89,000 of local government economic assistance fund dollars were spent without documentation, and the city failed to pay required employee contributions of more than $116,000 to the Kentucky Public Pension Authority for city employee pensions. We have much more about the findings over on WYMT.com. For the first time, a plaintiff is speaking out in a lawsuit filed against UK, its athletic director, and two former swim coaches. The complaint claims the university empowered Lars Jorgensen to create a toxic and sexually hostile environment. It took several years before Briggs Alexander was able to share his experience about his time swimming and coaching at the University of Kentucky. He says he wore the blue and white proudly, but believes the Title IX office failed him and other athletes.
I didn't know if anyone was going to believe me. I mean, I read my own story, and I can't believe that happened to me.
Alexander says on multiple occasions he was sexually assaulted at Lars Jorgensen's home. Alexander feels as though his coach used his position of power and openly objectified, humiliated, degraded, and taunted him. Advocates who were involved in the USA gymnastics scandal say this practice is all too common and more can be done to protect young victims.
We are tracking some more dry and warm weather as we go into your Wednesday evening. Up on first alert pinpoint Doppler, not much happening under some sunshine this evening, but notice we are tracking some strong to severe storms just to our north over parts of Ohio. But this weather system should stay to our north. Only a small chance of a few passing showers in the Big Sandy Valley as we go into tonight. But even there, the threat is pretty low. A live look from the WYMT studios tracking some more mild weather and a few peaks of sunshine back in the distance. That current temperature up to 72 degrees, and most of us right now in the middle to lower 70s, up to 75 in Pikeville and 73 over in Jackson at this hour. Those lows once again mild to wake up on Thursday. Most of us see upper 50s to lower 60s. A small chance of a stray shower tonight, but again, the threat's pretty low to wake up and walk out the door on your Thursday. We see some more above average weather tomorrow, but a cooling trend is on the way for this weekend. Those details coming up in just a few minutes. Steve?
Cameron, thank you. As you may know, April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month, and a local organization wanted to do its part in spreading awareness to the youth of southeastern Kentucky. The Sampling Center hosted its annual Child Abuse and Awareness event this morning in Whitesburg to help children stay informed and safe. Amanda Wooten says the goal is to raise awareness and educate those in the community.
Annual Child Abuse Awareness and Prevention event. It's our goal to bring awareness and educational information to the communities that we serve. Kentucky is a mandated reporting state, therefore anybody that suspects child abuse and neglect should report to social services or law enforcement.
The Sampling Center will have another child abuse awareness event tomorrow in Knox County's Town Square starting at 10:30 a.m. For festival lovers, the wait is nearly over. The Hillbilly Days Festival is expected to fill the streets of Pikeville beginning tomorrow. The 47th festival does kick off officially tomorrow, bringing community members to downtown Pikeville for food, fun, and fellowship with music, rides, booths, and more. Officials say it's a continuation of the fan favorite festival with a few new surprises. The three-day event will benefit Shriners Hospitals for Children, helping kids while bringing more people into Pike County.
We're just really excited to welcome our visitors and our guests to the city of Pikeville. We know that the money raised goes to a wonderful cause with our Shriners and all of the wonderful work that they do to help our children. But it really is just about welcoming people to the city of Pikeville. And we know they come for Hillbilly Days, but our goal is to make sure they come back.
Well, there is something going on tonight. The carnival just opened a short time ago at 6 o'clock for those looking for a little fun before the festival officially kicks off tomorrow. The event will run through Saturday, and a few of us might just be in the parade on Saturday too. While the carnival is open and vendors are now setting up for the Hillbilly Days Festival, first responders are hoping to continue pushing the importance of safety for this year's event. From being weather aware to being prepared, officers with the Pikeville Police Department say there are many ways to safely enjoy the downtown festival. Officers recommend keeping your phones charged for emergency use, taking photos of children before entering the large crowd in case they go missing, and staying hydrated for all of the walking and possible waiting, saying the department is also there if needed.
The whole department will be out during Hillbilly Days. Several of us will be out on foot. We'll still have regular vehicle patrol in the neighborhoods and downtown area, but a lot of us will be on foot, so you'll have no trouble finding one of us.
Officials say the event is meant to be fun and enjoyed responsibly. We'll have more tips coming up tonight at 11. Much of eastern Kentucky's history is intertwined with the history of coal, but as the coal industry dwindled, not only in our region but across the nation, some have made it their duty to preserve the history that was created through the boom of the coal industry. WYMT's Madison Carmouche has more on a couple in Harlan County doing just that.
U.S. Steel may have brought the city of Lynch to fruition, but the community is what keeps it alive today. At its peak, Lynch was home to more than 10,000 people, but now that number is less than 1,000.
And the reason for that being is that U.S. Steel was shutting all the mines down, and if you were not employed by U.S. Steel, you couldn't live in this town, so you had to move elsewhere. And then the population declined and dwindled and dwindled and dwindled.
Those dwindling numbers ultimately led Lynch High School to graduate its final class of 21 seniors in 1981.
There are a lot of people that would care very, very little about their school. And I think a lot of times those are the schools that graduate 600 seniors. They didn't have, they had a lot of other things we did not have, but they didn't have what we have, the love and the closeness. That's not there.
In 2013, Mary Jo and Mike Obradovich took matters into their own hands, keeping memories that lived within Lynch High School alive by creating the Bulldog Room.
When the class reunion came around, we told them what we were doing, and that was just opening up a Christmas gift. And they pitched in, they donated money, that helped with trophy cases, and I mean,
Mannequins,
paint on the floor is expensive, you know, and all of it cost a lot of money, and they've all pitched in and done that.
And now the love, closeness, and memories live on through the belongings of students past.
The people that graduated from Lynch, when they come in here, for example, if they look at this picture of a championship team, it brings back stories. And if there were 500 people at that championship game, there's 500 different stories.
The stories of Lynch High School now live all over the world, but the Obradoviches say they will remain right here.
No place like home.
In Harlan County, Madison Carmouche, WYMT Mountain News.
Really a neat collection of history, it looks like. If you're interested in a tour of the Bulldog Room, you can find more information in this story on our website.
Well, we are tracking some more summer-like weather in the short term, but some cooler conditions are looming. Your forecast coming up. Plus,
we'll begin our profiles of this year's East Kentucky Leadership Award winners. Tonight, the man who's been Kentucky's Senate president for more than a decade.